Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rainworld Bingo 6, Survival of the Sluggiest. Today we have the Vulture Slayer versus the other team that I have forgotten the name of, the Ward. And we're going to start by spinning the Wheel of Slugcats. And they have picked Hunter and Saint as the vetoes for this wheel, so those will have reduced chances of showing up. We're going to see whatever they roll here is going to be the choice for the match.
All right, let's see. Please, Saint. Even if it got vetoed, I'll do anything for Saint. It is not Saint. It's Monk.
Oh, no. Well, at least this should be... Oh, okay. He was teetering there on already. This should at least be a pretty safe match.
A very tame match. Let's see.
I know that of our runners today, I know that both Eve and Giga on the team of the Ward have plenty of experience playing Monk through some speedruns, and similarly for Iced and Dreki on the Vulture Slayer, they both have some experience running Monk, so we should have some pretty familiar players now.
Yes, I believe Dreki actually speedrun the character too. Well, Iced.
Yeah, I know Dreki has spent some time doing routing for runs like Monk's Story. We're going to see our board here in a minute. I'm kind of hoping for something a little bit stranger, maybe some submerged superstructure.
More underhang.
More underhang. No.
Unfortunate development. Let's have some fun time here.
Yeah.
If we're going to get the easy character, have the hard map.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or Outer Expanse.
It should be entertaining, though. I hope that we don't just see run through industrial again.
Yeah, run to industrial, split off to garbage, get easy goals.
Yeah, they got to fight for it. I'm curious to see how the routing differs based on their experiences, because I know even Giga both have had experience with Monk Pebbles in particular, whereas Dreki hasn't had that same experience, and same with Iced. So I wonder if the familiarity that Eve and Giga have with Monk Pebbles will mean that they kind of tend to stick around that route, or if they're more comfortable breaking off from it.
Yes, and rumor has it, Iced and Dreki haven't touched Rainworld in the last month, so they might be a little,
We'll see how it goes. I don't know. They're taking their time with the board. It better be a good one.
Super board.
Might be one of yours, Ferret.
There's one Monk board I believe I have, and it's an Outer Expanse one, and it's crafted very well.
Yeah, I think any of those Downpour Edition regions for Monk would be kind of fun to see. I would love to see the Bubbleweed routing in Submerged Superstructure. Maybe if there's a cloak goal, that'd be awesome. Get the cloak. We haven't seen that yet, I don't think. We've only seen Deliver the Cloak.
Yes, I don't know. I hope if that is there, that the runners have practiced that. I don't know,
yeah,
y'all in the audience, if you've ever done that on the fly. It's not easy, and you can get potentially soft locked if you don't bring like the proper like bubbleweed.
Yeah, it can be a challenge, but I'd be curious to see if any of them have practiced the routing. I know Dreki for sure has, at least in the course of doing Monk Story, learned that, but I'm not sure of any of the other runners. It's not something that's commonly shows up.
All right. Any moment for this board. I'm about to go make it right now. Hey, don't hurry it up.
Board ready.
All right, board's ready.
Board's ready.
Yeah, I guess board's ready.
All right, let's have a look-see.
All right. If you want to start with the first row.
Yeah, so we're going to explain our goals as we go through the rows here. We're going to start in the top left. So that first goal there is to store 2 unique colored pearls inside of Industrial Complex in the same shelter. Next, we have to bring the Pipe Yard colored pearl to Moon. Trade 1 item between 2 scavenger merchants. So one scavenger merchant will drop a blessed item that you need to travel, or that you need to take to another scavenger merchant. Trade with it there. And then we have 2 vistas in a row, one in Pipe Yard, one in Outer Expanse. So we're going to see a little bit of Outer Expanse. These are just the same as the 3 regular Expedition Vistas you might find in any of these regions.
Oh, this is this is a very interesting board. We'll keep going. So next is Outer Expanse. I'll get the arena unlock, and then a mysterious symbol there. I'm not quite sure what this one is.
We got store 5 gooey ducks in one shelter.
Sorry, I see. On my screen, I understood. Next is Outskirts, getting 2 Outskirts. Then it's store 5 blue fruit, and then last is getting the gooey duck arena unlock.
Third row, we have to get the pipe yard safari unlock. Then we got to enter drainage system, get the collect the Outer Expanse colored pearl, enter shoreline, and to never use mushrooms.
And the next we got we have all 3 Outer Expanse goals, so 2 in a row here. So all 3 Outer Expanse vistas are in play. Go to subterranean. All right, fair goal. Get the slug pup unlock and go to pipe yard.
Okay, and then the final row we have to get the chimney canopy echo, get the shoreline arena unlock, befriend a green lizard, trade 15 worth of value to scavenger merchants, and to finally get the shoreline vista. That board got a little bit more deranged as it went along, and then it kind of pulled it back at the end. This is going to be really interesting.
This is a board. This is 100% Moxie's board. I've no doubt in my mind. I know what this is.
We shall see. This is going to be interesting though. Entering Outer Expanse and knowing wherever you go, you're going to get a vista is kind of an interesting prospect.
Yes, if the players know where they are off the fly.
Yes.
There is word the spawn is in Outer Expanse, so everyone's going to be fighting for all those goals right off the bat. Let me see if I can find the exact one. But yes, if
you should see. We were hoping for some Outer Expanse gameplay or submerged gameplay, and ask and you shall receive.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're basically getting with that slug pup unlock, we're basically getting a forced restarting of the cycle, as it were, where you must drop down pit in Outer Expanse and then back up in Outskirts. That goal is really only accessible that way, unless you do some silly exploits that I doubt anyone will be doing or attempting in a bingo match. But yeah, we should see, I would expect a separation of routing here, where one person ends up going down that pit, and then one person ends up going back into subterranean, and then maybe makes a rush to shoreline or pipe yard. Either of those would be a good choice.
Yes, and I have found the exact shelter that they're spawning in. It is the furthest shelter in, right next to where the slug tree is.
Okay.
So furthest shelter in Outer Expanse. So they'll probably book it 2 goals up the tree, I think. There's both a vista and I believe one of the arena unlocks are up there. And then after that, I don't know what they'd go for.
It's just the vista up there. The arena unlock for Outer Expanse is a little bit further to the right. It's above the worm pit. So only 1 goal up the top of the tree, but still it's going to be a rush to get up there right away.
Yes.
And by rush, I mean they're going to be climbing a vine very, very slowly, and whoever can climb that vine faster is going to win.
Yes. Honestly, if I were them, I would have someone like maybe stick around in Outer Expanse and collect as much as they can, and then someone just maybe dip to Outskirts.
Yeah, I have a feeling that sending at least one teammate just as far away as they can to start working on other goals is probably the play. If the other team decides to stick both in Outer Expanse, they could get kind of bottlenecked in progress later on.
Yes. And where do we see this pearl? Ah, this is the pearl on top of the spire as well. So
on top of the spire. Oh, yes. Okay. How accessible is that's not super. It's difficult to access from the left side of Outer Expanse. You have to do some pretty tricky jumps if you want to make it across those train cars in the top of Outer Expanse. So we might see some routing down the bottom of Outer Expanse, which I'm personally not very familiar with. So I'll be interested in seeing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No one, yeah, I don't know if there's anyone who's ever practiced leaving Outer Expanse. Normally you get there and end the game. We also have the name of the board. It's called Moving Out of the Basement.
I would call this maybe moving into the basement. Outer Expanse seems pretty much outside. You're touching grass. You're out in nature. All right, and we're starting. The runners have had their 5 minutes to look at the board. And okay, no surprise, we know where the shelter is. I'm curious to see exactly the routing right at the start.
Yes. Let's see. I don't know if we saw any straight up easy bingo lines. It looks like most of them are pretty solid.
I know Dreki has some familiarity with Outer Expanse through Monk Story, as this is the ending location, but it's usually just on the top path, so I'll have to see where they end up going. Iced, of course, has played the game quite a lot, so probably is pretty familiar with Outer Expanse routing, even if it's not directly through a speedrun. But Giga and Eve, I'm not sure what their experience is with this region at all.
Yes. I mean, it's very interesting. Both Iced and Dreki are almost frame by frame heading straight to the tree.
Yeah.
It seems like Eve and Giga are figuring out how to actually leave Outer Expanse.
Okay, looks like they're doing a separation here, Dreki and Iced, where Dreki's going to go up and Iced is going to start going down. This is kind of what I was expecting they might do, just to not get too hung up on that tree goal.
Yeah, honestly, the tree goal is probably not worth it. It's too much of a climb, and there's so many easier goals that can be sniped.
Yeah, it looks like Giga's taking some time to check the map too, which is probably a smart move if you haven't had too much experience in OE. I have to like refamiliarize myself with the map to understand what room does it look like somebody is posturing towards.
Oh yeah, no,
going down.
I'm like staring at this thing hard. I'm like, who practices Outer Expanse? This is a rough map for, especially for first game for Iced and Dreki.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they end up doing. I don't think there's not anything directly in sub. Oh no, there is enter subterranean. Okay. So yeah, it is pretty much. You directly just want to split up and have one person headed sub, maybe one person headed down the pit. What is that room called again?
Oh, actually, if you look at the C column, that's on the bingo to go for. You know, go up the spire, get the pearl. You know, so and then you continue your way to like subterranean while the other one goes to outskirts. Those are both two very easy goals. And then all you have to do is make the trade. Perhaps make a friend with Green Lizard. Definitely.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I see that. Especially having two enter goals on the same line kind of makes that a must go for line, or there's something you might really want to try for if you can get the lead on it. I don't know if there's any greens in Outer Expanse for Monk. I don't believe there are. So they're gonna have to find those further in. I don't know how many greens there actually are, period, for Monk.
Yeah,
A lot of them get replaced by Caramels, I believe. Right, there's plenty of outskirts, actually.
Yeah, as I say, I'm pretty sure you can get them outskirts. Yes, they spawn just like spiders.
Yeah, so I think if you're coming from that gate, Outer Expanse to outskirts, you've got some prey around, maybe some Sluggiest you can go for, and a couple of green lizards. So yeah, I definitely see somebody rushing for that route. We're not seeing anybody from blue team. Well, let's see where Giga heads. Okay, Giga is headed up. I was going to say, we haven't seen anyone looking to go up the tree yet.
Oh, well, here we go. Dreki's on their way.
Dreki's on their way. I believe Iced just locked something in. I'm not entirely sure what it was. I just saw a gold pop up on their screen. I'm not familiar with the OE vistas, so that might have been a vista. Iced got the gooey duck unlock. Okay, that makes sense. They're just gonna have to find a shelter now.
If they can figure out what that like top right Outer Expanse vista is, then that also would be definitely worth it. And the third row, that's actually probably better than the C column, because now you have like one less goal, and then just the VS Safari. Too easy. Yeah,
if you can, that's really if someone gets the pearl and shelters, and then if you have another teammate who just happens to be leaving earlier than everyone else, then that's kind of guaranteed. Okay, looks like Dreki's getting some food and is going to make their way to the shelter. Also the bottom left to the top right, diagonal. If you can get both of those vistas and then get somebody out of Outer Expanse, that's a pretty good line to start right here.
Honestly,
like
I would probably
Iced and Dreki.
I wouldn't mess with the vistas unless you really were confident in them, especially since you don't know which one goes to which column in a row.
And there we go. That is red team locking in their first 2 goals.
Nice.
Not really contributing to a bingo except for maybe that E column, but we'll have to see where they go now. If they can just leave Outer Expanse sooner and maybe get that second Vista, then they're well on their way for that bingo.
Oh, Giga's fighting the grass in the bottom right. Let's finally get broken free.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to get over there.
Yeah, that's kind of rough, especially if you don't like the new Yeeks can kind of be they can cause some distrust if you play with them for too long, so you might want to just take the longer route here to be safe and not die.
Honestly, I just ditch it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth the speed, I guess. All right, I'm curious. So I wonder if their strategy, at least for Ice and Drekkies, whoever gets further into Outer Expanse first stays in, and then whoever can't maybe takes the outskirts route.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to read the map or read these placements here. There's Drekkie getting the arena unlock over the Wormgrass pit. I want to read like their placements and be like, oh, this is where they're headed, but I have no idea. I don't have enough familiarity with this region. I know where Iced is though. This is kind of close to the Monk Story route.
Yes.
But I know Eve and Giga could be anywhere.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like learning new rooms right now. I have no idea where Giga is, and I have no idea where Eve. Ice is at pretty much like the halfway point into the second half of Outer Expanse at least.
Yeah, got a pretty crazy boost off of a Caramel Lizard there landing. I'm wondering like what, because we've got the Slug, what is left in OE? There's the 2 Vistas, Slug Pop unlock. I mean, yeah, Drekkie's already got the arena unlock. 5 Gooey Ducks is pretty, that might be start of Subterranean more than Outer Expanse, but, and then the Pearl. So there is still plenty to do here, but I have no idea what Eve and Giga are headed for. Iced is headed down too. I think Iced is probably going to make his way to the restarting the cycle room.
Yes, probably on his way to outskirts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be cool to see. I need to catch up on the map. I think I remember going through this room like 2 times that I've gone down this drop here. It is always kind of fun to see. You don't have much reason to do this in game. It looks like oh, that centipede moved a little bit more than I thought it would.
Oh,
and I think Ice was the same way. Yeah. I don't think that's too much of a setback though. It doesn't. I believe the room that Giga's in is up top in OE, and the same thing with Eve. So neither of them is headed down. Ice probably has enough time to catch up again. Drekkie's going to shelter now.
Yeah, I think they're locking in a goal.
Yeah, they've got the arena unlock just from the Wormgrass pit, and they've also started accruing their Gooey Ducks right now. They got 2 out of 5 in 1 shelter. That's the 3rd goal for red. There's a lot of really quick bingos if you can get someone out of Outer Expanse, I feel like.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I could see both ways. So if you have both people in Outer Expanse, and you just collect all the goals you possibly can, you're probably going to lock the enemy out of a bingo, and you're going to have majority. Probably, honestly, the safest strategy. If you do want to go, and you think you have a lead, and you want to just get a quick bingo and be done, then yeah, shoot someone out, get your particular Outer Expanse goals. But right now, I'd say Ice and Drekkie have a pretty good advantage, having secured some of these earlier Outer Expanse goals.
I'm going to have a quick look if I can find the Downpour Vistas, Outer Expanse. Interesting. The map that I have only shows 1. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's one just before the start of Sunken Pier. I don't know if you know the room that I'm talking about, but it's up top. There's some awful Caramel Lizards, and then a water pit on the far left. For people that actually have the map up, it's Ruin Courtyard, OE Ruin Courtyard. And then the final one, headed left to right, is in the room to the right of the nasty train car jump in Sunken Pier. in OE Rail 3. So both of them are further to the right.
Yes. So perhaps definitely worth getting the Outer Expanse Purple Pearl, and then just head on right on over to the Vista. 2 easy goals.
Yeah, if you're just headed to Subterranean right now, going the top path, it is quite difficult to avoid getting 3 goals on your path. Iced is back in, I believe, the same room that he died in last time, the Centipede. Hopefully it's not quite so big or not there at all this time. And Drecky's making his way back with 2 more, now 4 or 5 gooey ducks, just needs 1 more, and has enough food to shelter too.
Yeah, I believe Giga is almost on their way out of this chapel part of Outer Expanse. I'm not exactly sure where Eve is still.
Oh yeah, Eve is still pretty far to the left, if I recall correctly. I remember this room having some really evil jumps with the yeeks.
I like that they are currently swapping out their yeeks, I think, to maybe get a new one.
I think they're trying to pick up the gooey ducks here, and the yeeks are stuffed into a shortcut. It's like a clown car. Yeah, I think they might be giving up.
Oh no, but Drecky's about to lock it in.
Yeah.
At least Iced is getting out. We will now have, in the first 11 minutes, some variety. See some outskirts.
Yeah. Iced is also grabbing blue fruit. I don't know if he intends to keep this all the way through and store it. I don't know. I believe your items get removed when you fall down the pit. Oh, and Iced just found the Vista. Did I have the wrong map?
He missed it. Let's see. He can't do the backflip to get it. He must vault.
Well, my Vista map was incorrect.
He's struggling to get it. I guess you're normally supposed to be using the yeek, but he could probably... he's got it.
There you go. Nice. Roll bounce. Yeah, I guess you're supposed to be using the yeek. I feel like that feels like one of the custom Vistas, but there shouldn't be in this current bingo build, so who knows? It might have been placed by the evil board makers just to force them to go that way.
Actually, an incredibly dangerous bingo, row 2 here. Ice is about to get this going to outskirts goal. All they need is 5 blue fruits, which is also an outskirts. This, unfortunately, might be already a done game.
Yeah, it is quite difficult, I believe, just to find any blue fruit. That many blue fruit right next to each other in Outer Expanse. There's a couple near where Giga was earlier. Kind of hard to get to, and they're not really close to a shelter. It's quite a ferry to get them back.
And they're going to need to be able to identify the fact that they actually need to go get that goal. They probably don't know that Ice is about to enter outskirts.
Yeah, and Ice is going to go and get the Slug Pup unlocked too. Yeah, this is, I think, just getting out of Outer Expanse this quickly is going to put Red even further in the lead. This might be a really quick game if Red has played their cards right.
Honestly, if I was Iced, I guess you never know where your opponent is. But if I was Iced, just head to outskirts, get the blue fruit.
Yeah.
Easy.
Giga's just had a Squidcada phase through a den and through like a 3-tile floor back into their hands, so that was interesting to look at. Curious, I feel like Giga's going to try and head to Subterranean, go across the top route, but I don't know if they have any experience doing the train car jumps. I don't think I have any experience doing the train car jumps from from left to right. That's a pretty uncommon route.
Nah,
but you're right around here.
Route.
Yeah, right around here is where there's plenty of blue fruit, but they're all quite far away from a shelter. So I don't know if they're going to try and store them. There's Ice locking in that OE Vista. Hasn't actually entered outskirts yet, just sheltered on the right side. Didn't get the unlock, so maybe I'm missing something.
Man, I'm rooting for Giga though down here. We're gonna see if they can pull it off. Oh no, and hell, such a hard route.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's even possible.
Oh, maybe Ice avoided. I don't know what the karma requirement. The karma requirement is minimum karma. So maybe Iced avoided getting the Slug Pup unlock in order to maybe not reveal that he's in outskirts or close to outskirts.
Nah, he
That's
just
the
got
only
it.
thing I can think of. Yeah, he just got it right now, but
But beforehand,
maybe,
I see.
yeah, maybe he wanted to just lock in that OE Vista right now, so they weren't aware that he's already in outskirts. Maybe he was already low on time. There's not really any threats in these, what are they called? Intake system rooms in outskirts. Might be doing some mind games here. Yeah, I haven't watched Giga the last 2 times that they've tried this route, so I'm gonna watch them pretty intently this time, because I think they are trying to use the Sluggiest for it. And I don't know if that's good enough.
That's what they tried last time. I don't know if that route's worth it. I guess it would save a lot of time. But
Yeah,
if you just go the
and-
bottom path and then climb back up, honestly, overall would have been faster than taking a couple deaths.
In any case, I believe the evil jumps, okay, they're not quite unavoidable, but yeah, it would save quite a lot of time if you were to make it across the train car here, but I do think they're gonna need some kind of wall pounce to make it across. I'm a doubter. I hope they prove me wrong.
I believe they can do it.
They're grabbing some blue fruit too, so maybe they're gonna try and store this. If they could somehow steal this before Iced is able to make his way further into outskirts, then that would be a pretty big block.
That'd be a huge block. And honestly, Ice has taken their sweet time. He could have booked it straight to outskirts and got the blue fruit. I'm just curious what he's trying to get up here. I don't know if there is anything worth it up there.
Yeah, Eve has, I think she has 4 now. 2 just on the other side of this shortcut. And I think she's trying to find a route back to a shelter. But yeah, they're all pretty far away, I believe, from where they're standing. It's gonna be interesting. I'm trying to see how close the fruit are to where Iced is at. Okay, yeah, there's plenty. If Ice can make it to this shelter just up here, there's 5 right in that room that he can pick up and store. And then he'll
Ice.
yeah, this is it.
Oh, this is it. Oh.
He still needs, okay, now he's got the popcorn plant. Yeah, this is gonna be it. There's 5 right here.
Unfortunate match for Even Giga. This board definitely benefited those who are able to just clear outer expanse the quickest. Dreki and Ice just had a huge advantage getting right off. And then they were the first ones to get to outskirts. Just unfortunate.
Yeah, it was kind of it was an interesting board. Definitely favors just being really quick. All the goals are quite easy to get. Just in principle, just if you can get there faster, if you know the route a little bit better, you're gonna have a better time. So I think it kind of just snowballs once you start making a little bit more progress than the other team.
Yes,
Yeah,
whoever, yeah. This is it. Congratulations to Iced and Dreki. It was a good play on theirs.
That is bingo.
Bingo and 18. This might be the shortest match we've had. I still want to see if Giga can make it. I hope they still try.
I hope they try. Yeah, they're getting their karma flower back now, but yeah, it looks like they might not try anymore.
I believe.
Maybe they'll do an itemless crawl turn wall pounce somehow on this one tile and make it all the way across.
Yeah, see this jump, I don't know how you're supposed to do.
Yeah, the way that I'm used to doing this is either getting 2 items to do an item throw wall pounce or some other silly itemless variation, but it's kind of tough to get stuck here. Yeah, GG's to both teams.
Nice work, both teams.
That was a very quick bingo from Red. They played that very well. When is our next game?
Yes, so we should have like, what, 3 matches tomorrow and then 2 the next day?
Yeah, we've got quite a few
excited.
matches coming up. Yeah. Make sure to come back in the next 24 hours. There's going to be another match. If you want to see more Rain World Bingo is going to be in Fan Game Marathon in about 12 hours from now. So if you want to check that out and go cheer on 4 players from the Rain World speedrunning server, make sure to go and do that. Yeah, I think we are going to say goodbye now.
Yes, goodbye. Thank you for watching.
Yes. See ya.